of the first part of the question. And that one liner is that any interpretation of the Quran which goes against the earliest interpretations coming from the three generations, that will be rejected. Now, when it comes to issue of takfir, takfir means excommunicating somebody from Islam. First of all, we need to understand this. Shadman bhai, understand this point. The first question that needs to be addressed is there such a thing as takfir in Islam? I.e., can somebody be excommunicated from Islam? Is that even possible? That's the first question. Because if somebody has a position that you cannot excommunicate anybody at all, for example, my understanding is, I may be wrong. As much as I have listened to Ghamdi Sahib, my understanding is that he believes, or his position is, that you cannot excommunicate somebody from Islam. So now that's a different story. If we're going to have discussion with Ghamdi Sahib, then we will first discuss this point, that can we excommunicate somebody? But right now, the group you are referring, Ahmadi, and Ahmadi is a big umbrella term for many groups. And amongst them, one of them is Lahori Jamaat, as you mentioned, right? Now the point is, brother, Ahmadi religion itself, they believe that yes, excommunication or takfir is permissible. And in some case, it is wajib. And it has to be done. What is the evidence? Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani himself has done takfir. He said that Allah has revealed to him that anyone who does not believe, anyone who receive his message and yet does not believe in him, this person is not a Muslim in the sight of Allah. Now, if somebody is not a Muslim in the sight of Allah, who the person is? Think about this. Because we are not like the Mu'tazila, because the Mu'tazila, they have this, they call it manzil ma baina manzilatayn, that there is a place between two places, i.e., somebody is not positively a Muslim and not negatively a kafir. He is something in between. We don't believe in that. People are going to be in two categories, either Muslim or a kafir. Then kafir, like the Muslim or the believers, they have ranks, shades, right? Likewise, the kufr has different shades. Somebody may be a kafir just because he never, contemplate on these things. He just simply is busy in his life. He is simply a ghafil. So somebody can be a ghafil and then in the category of kufr. Somebody may be a zalim, a mushrik, and then in the category of kufr. Somebody may be a fasik, in terms of he believes that the other things are above Allah's law. I mean, what I'm trying to say, Shadman, is that there are many shades and categories within the kufr. But the kufr is a big umbrella term. So now, first point is that in Ahmadiyya Jamaat, they believe that takfir is allowed. That's the first point. And that's the reason that they have done takfir of the whole ummah. Now, the next point is with regard to Lahori Jamaat. Now, when it comes to Lahori Jamaat, it varies who you talk to. Because I have personally met people who genuinely, they have no knowledge of Ahmadiyya. They have no knowledge of Mr. Muhammad Ali Lahori's teachings or Khaja or anything like that. They have no knowledge. And they consider themselves very close to Muslims. And they say, look, we believe that Mirza Ghulam Qadiani was a mujaddid of his time. End of story. And they are even willing to admit that he may be wrong in certain things because they don't believe he was a prophet in that sense. So obviously this person is going to have a different ruling. But at the same time, my brother, for example, think about this. Muhammad Ali Lahori himself, the one who is one of the leading members in this movement of Lahori segment of Ahmadiyya, he denies the miraculous birth of Isa alayhi salam. Ma'azallah, he believes and he propagates and he preaches that Isa alayhi salam has biological father. And this was, Nauzubillah, Joseph the carpenter. Now you tell me, it is directly denying Quran. So what I'm trying to say, my brother, is that when it comes to Lahoris, it depends that who we talk to. It's very difficult to give a blanket ruling. Okay, so as a Jamaat, they have same deviant beliefs. Okay, I gave you one example of this denying the virgin birth, and there are many examples as well. So this is the reason. And one point, if you want to add one last point in this discussion, because there are many things we can add, but one point we need to add is this, that Mirza Ghulam Qadiani, according to Quran and Sunnah, not according to Pakistan or according to Hindus, no, none of them. According to Quran and Sunnah, Mirza Ghulam Qadiani is a Kazzab and Dajjal. Why? Because he made the claim of prophethood. And if any Lahori says, no, he didn't, tell them. Mirza Ghulam Qadiani said that सच्चा खुदा वो है जिसने कादियान में अपना रसूल उतारा. He said the true God is the one who sent his messenger in Qadian. He said that हमारा ये दावा है कि हम नबी और रसूल हैं. Mirza Ghulam Qadiani said that my claim is that I am a prophet and a messenger. And yet Lahori Jamaat wants to be in a denial. No, he never claimed to be one. Subhanallah, how can you say that? Mirza Ghulam Qadiani said that the amount of miracles I have been given, they can prove the prophethood of thousands of prophets, let alone me as one prophet. So we can go on and on. So, but brother, what I'm trying to say is Mirza Ghulam Qadiani did claim to be a prophet. Number one. So anybody who claims to be a prophet after Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this person, according to Hadith, is a Kazzab and Dajjal. Now somebody, according to Islam, is a Kazzab and Dajjal. And Lahori Jamaat says he's a Mujaddid of Islam. Mujaddid means that he revived Islam. How contradictory is that? How can you take them seriously? And this is the reason, brother, I am fully on board with the position of the Muslim Ummah that Lahoris and this Qadiani group, both of them are, as a group, they are kuffar. But then within the group, if we want to give ruling on a particular individual, that's called takfir muayyan. That is this particular individual from Qadiani group or from Lahori group, is he a kafir? That's a different case. Then you need to talk to that person and then you need to figure out what he or she believes. Be it Lahori, be it Qadiani, same for both of them. Because somebody may be simply a jahil, has no knowledge. So always distinguish between these two things. Takfir am and takfir muayyan. So as takfir am, these groups, because of the beliefs of the groups, they are disbelievers. But when it comes to a specific person, no, we can't say that unless we talk to that person and we seek and we know that what he or she believes, be it a Qadiani group, be it a Lahori group. We cannot give verdict on a particular specific individual without talking to the person. So I know I went quite long. I apologize for that. But sometimes, you can't really miss, any aspect. So, Omar, if you want to make any comment before I move forward.
Brother Imtiaz, mashallah, this is a very, very important point that you addressed. Brother Shadman, thank you for that question, because we get this question a lot by the common Ahmadis who have no idea about their teachings. They don't know it. Wallahi, Brother Imtiaz, I have seen Ahmadis who don't even know that there is two groups, main groups, like the Lahoris. They think there is only Ahmadiyya, Qadiani Jamaat, and if you tell about other groups, they say, no, you're lying. We are only one. They don't even know that there is different groups. So I think this is a very good question. And mashallah, you've made it very clear. I hope you guys can take note. It's around the 1 hour mark. Maybe go back and watch it later to understand the point, especially that you cannot, the takfir, there is takfir am and takfir muayyan. If the person does not know anything about his own beliefs, you don't be hasty to do takfir. But if the beliefs have been the beliefs that Brother Imtiaz have said that are kufri beliefs, and this person, in general, anybody who has these beliefs is liable to takfir. But somebody muayyan, it depends on the individual. You have to talk to the individual. You have to understand their beliefs. I have spoken to ex-Ahmadis who, when I ask about their families who are Ahmadis, they say, no, my mother doesn't believe this. My mother says that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last prophet. They say, no, he doesn't believe that this can happen. He doesn't believe that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam can come again. He doesn't believe that the Quran said that stuff that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said. So you find it very difficult that it's just because they are born in this community. But actually, when you look at their own personal beliefs, it's contradicting to what Mirza Ghulam Ahmad wrote in his writing. So it's a very good point. I advise all of you brothers and sisters who are watching, and also share with your brothers and sisters in the Ahmadi community from the 1 hour mark of this stream. It's a very good point that has been addressed. Jazakallah khair, Brother Imtiaz.